Hello everyone and welcome to the Sportiest stream. It's nice to see you all there tonight. My name is Sporty FC, and I don't think I need to tell you guys that, because I know these teams, and I know these players very well. It's more Skyward series action. Let's take a look at our schedule this Tuesday night. Yes, if you guys haven't already paid attention, tonight is Boltini Rome versus Lit Knight. Just so happens that both these guys have their two matches this week. On this stream, we're going to start with 2v2s with versus Milky Militia Scarlet. Then we'll move on to 3v3s with New Age Dragons and Milky Militia Scarlet. So, again, it's 2s and 3s, and we're going to have a lot of overlap with these players, especially on that Milky Militia Scarlet side. But this is another roster that actually has some knowledge. Boltini, Rome, Eternal Vector were the ones to win Challenger 2v2s last season. Wouldn't be surprising if they do it again. They're definitely looking to do it. You know what's better than a one-time champion? You can get two-time champions. Being two-time champions in a row. See if they can do it. It's not an easy matchup, that's for sure, because Milk and Blizzard's got on the other side, and this team with Lit Knight, Fat Tab Slayer. That's a pretty scary roster to be one that will give them a very tough time. This one to be and closer than people think. Again, interesting here is that we're in a bit of an interesting situation already to start the season off. Again, teams are only getting scary, are only getting better. You've got to get good with it. And Milky, again, we lost that first week to Savannah Bananas, 3-2. Then in week 2 to Incendy in another game 5. So, in this, team, a lot of game 5s on the other side. Milky Militia got a bye in week 1. And week 2 could not get a single game against General Esports Bromance. So, this Milky Militia team, this is a tough week 3 matchup, but get wins soon. This is, only an 8-week season, so if you go 3 weeks without a win, you're in a very tough position. But the pressure's on. I'm sure it's on these teams to play well, because these are teams that a lot of people are definitely counting on. These are teams, I think, that expect themselves to do well this season. Haven't done so already. Interesting matchup, to say the least. Hello in chat, Christian. Yeah, we'll be seeing you in your next match on New Age Dragons. Now, again, it's a 2v2 matchup. Versus Milky Militia Scarlet. Where's the suit and tie? I can't wear the suit and tie all the time. This room gets hot, alright? This room gets really hot. I don't have very good circulation. Abby Emmons, I'm sorry, there's no suit and tie. There will be if there's like a really big tournament today. If there's a really big tournament on this stream, or really on any major stream, which you guys will know if you guys pay attention to my schedule, I wear a suit and tie for like really big stuff. So, expect a suit and tie soon, I think, though, because there's gonna be some pretty big tournaments in the future that I'll be joining. Get a fan? Yeah, I mean, that would help actually if I get a fan. Well, the problem is fans are very loud nowadays, so. You guys might actually hear, this is a pretty sensitive mic. This is a quadcast mic, so it's decently sensitive. And it's also now got a mic arm. Oh, and apparently the mic arm has made it even more sensitive to sound. So it would be a tough thing. Although, again, I might. Again, if there's a really big tournament on the stream in the future, I might get a suit and tie for it. Not a sponsor. Alright then, we got people now advertising what fans they like. Maybe I'll get one. Who knows? Those stuff are not. The fans are not cheap though. So we'll see. I might get one in the future. Yeah, especially if this this room heating becomes a huge issue, which it hasn't yet, but that's gotten really hot in this room. Have to see. It wouldn't be cheap. It would not be cheap. No, fans are not cheap. As hello, Galloway Sackett. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Sporty's stream again. Joining in time to see our first of what will be 2 matches tonight here of the Boltini Rome versus Lit Knight matchup. Boltini Rome, the captain of and one of the players of New Age Dragons, against Lit Knight, who is the captain of Milky Militia Scarlet. We're gonna have a 2v2 and a 3v3. Both these are the Skyward series. Scarlet, well, let's just say ones. We're playing ones tonight. Twos has not been a really easy mode for them. Again, on an 0-1 record right now. Where am I from? I actually am. I don't know. Are you asking like? Are you asking like heritage, or are you asking like where I was born? Which I don't care. I can answer both of those, but I would have to know what you're asking there. As again, when you get to this one is $100 for that. Yeah, cereal. That stuff's expensive. Born literally not that far from here, like an hour away, like less than an hour away from here. I live just outside Philadelphia. As again, we're gonna get into this match very soon. Again, that prediction poll is live. Vote for you think will take it. Yeah, or Milky Militia, I will say, I think, yeah, are the ones that are favored to take this one with the fact that they did win last season and all, and with the fact that they have won against the only loss for Milky Militia was a sweep to, General Esports, Bromance, which is Ballin's team, by the way. That is Ballin's 2v2. Very good 2v2 team. I'm not surprised they're having a good time this season. Interesting matchup, to say the least, because, again, these are some pretty interesting teams. I expect this to be a decently close series. Sorry, no, it's not Ballin's team. That's Blaze and Focus Lux's team. Ballin is not playing on that. As get things going soon. As excited to see what will happen. Put it out. Says, hello, Masha. Welcome in. In good old Southern Indian, where it is 30 degrees. In Indiana, is 30 degrees. I'm assuming you're talking about Fahrenheit. And yes, that is pretty cold. It's about as cold here as well. Again, get things kind of sorted out and ready to go. Cold in the Carolinas, it's cold everywhere. It's very cold everywhere. Except my room, apparently, which again, still has heating issues. Well, it's not terrible. As again, we'll get things going very soon here. We'll get the series started in just a minute. Where these teams are playing. And what's interesting about these teams is also the fact that they have coaches as well. Again, yeah, have Kanan and Scarlet have Merc. How that works says, hello, Dark Atlantis. Welcome to the Sporting Stream. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Again, we got 2 matches tonight. It will be a great time for action. I'm excited. You should be excited. Everybody should be excited. Here for Sporty Stream action. And this is Rocket League. This is the Challenger Division, though, tonight. So, C1, C2 teams. But I'll tell you, already, these teams are at the higher level of that. Especially in 2s. Again, with the fact that, yeah, I had won last season. Under the name of Winning for Dakota. Yeah, how they do here as I... Well, coming in from Christian. Sub coming in. Thank you for the prime sub. It's Christian. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Again, it's nice to see you, man. If you guys don't know Christian, he's another guy. He actually does commentary for New Age. I don't know if you have any matches coming up, Christian. If you do, make sure to let us know, because I would love to shout you out. Get your stream up there. Again, it's https://twitch.tv/ it's Christian, ITSCHR1ST1AN. As you did a match today. Oh, that's great, Christian. Again, go support Christian, great caster. He is a friend of mine from New Age Gaming. But again, New Age is going to be in that second match, and you will be seeing Christian play most likely. But now it's going to be versus Milk Mission. I'm not surprised, Going with Eternal Vector and Voltini Rome. Scarlet again, it's going to be Lit Knight and Factab Slayer. Essentially, it could be Lit Knight Osti. Osti being that most recent addition for them. Yeah, as well, guys. Again, this is going to be a best of 5 series. Guys, hello in chat, Voltini Rome. Good luck in your matchup. Join on in to get themselves in the lobby. What a matchup. This will be exciting. Best of 5. All matches are best of 5 tonight. 2 matches. Again, with teams that want those wins. And you're going to see in that next series. I specifically really need that win, so... New Age specifically need that win. See... But here they come in. It's Lit Knight, Osti, and Coach Merc. And yes, they are allowed to have spectators. Both these teams have already told me they want spectators in, so... We got... Here's joining. Let's get the series underway. It's on the blue, Milky Militia, Scarlet on the orange. And a best of 5. 2 teams, you need those wins at this point in the season. You're getting closer and closer to that halfway mark. But the playoffs are still seemingly not fully in reach. Wins would be a lovely thing for these teams to have, but they're not easy to get. Or they Came off of a loss in week 1, and they were able to get that win in week 2, but they have not been able to escape the clutches of game 5. Milky Militia, who had to experience a bye week in week 1, a bye week that actually came up to hurt them as they could not get the win over Adrenaline Esports. Now in this one, it's a 2v2 matchup. And these teams are ready to get into the action as here comes Atomic Guru in. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Sporty Stream. Nice to see you, Atomic. The sub of the CI team this season. Last season, for winning for Dakota, it was Mashed Potatoes. And this time it's changed, but it doesn't make a difference here for who's starting for yeah. It's not a great start because Boltini Rome, a miss that is not expected. And this will be easy there for Lit Knight to put in. And mistakes like that will definitely cost you. Last season, maybe Boltini would get away with it, but this season, teams have gotten better. Not going to be so easy to escape those mistakes. As Asti use it away, Eternal Vector up to the back wall. Now he gets past Asti. Boltini Rome, chase down Lit Knight, gets the dunk, and something about that's going to help them here is that chemistry that they have is going to work in their favor. Is now passing in front. They're also passing off the crossbar. It's an open net miss from Boltini Rome. And not a great start for her, who is generally considered, the player that can really step up in times of need. But here comes an old Vector, and it's not like I'm putting him down in any way. An old Vector, we know what he can do. We know what he can bring. A level of consistency that's very tough to recreate for most players. Work that we saw them do last season. In fact, we're going to see more of that this season. Chemistry really utilizing each other in space. No, Vector gets past Lit Knights now, maybe looking for an infield pass. Boltini Rome demoed out of the play. Milky Militia not afraid to use those demos to get in the face of, maybe even a little bit literally, and that is one way to beat these two. They're not the best at recovering off of demos. Really take advantage of that as a miss from Eternal Vector. Asti back to Lit Knight. Lines on Lit Knight, as mentioned again, he's gonna be in both the 2v2 and the 3v match tonight. As Boltini Rome, another whiff from her in the backfield, and Asti has got to put that one on target. Was a free open net. That is going to really hurt, as here's another one from Asti. This will not miss though, and a slow start for as Milky Militia again are just slowly finding their openings, and a lot of it is coming from Boltini Rome not finding the ball on defense. Her style is usually one that's very aggressive, that's very obvious, but still tough to react to. And yet, she's missed the ball a couple times already this game, and it's not a good start. Maybe that's one of the reasons why their season has not started off so well. And some inconsistencies in how they're playing. Boltini, challenged by Lit Knight, Eternal Vector. Gonna put it down the field. Asti will have the save though. It's gonna be Milky Militia who are trying to take it down, but another demo from Boltini Rome on Asti, and so many times she'll attack from behind in those kind of offensive plays, and it really does make things tough for Milky Militia. They can't play slow, they can't play a waiting style. They have to, make their decision up quickly, or else Boltini will challenge. Now it's Eternal Vector on a tight angle. Boltini in front, and she'll tuck it in. Yes, tie it up at 2. Eternal Vector just puts in the midfield. Maybe it was an intentional pass for Boltini, but I don't think he had expected Boltini even to get to that one in time. And yet she does it. High game. A real heavy battle. And no one's trying to give it up. Really, the real issue here, I think, comes to Scarlet. Like, a lot of their goals have come from Yaz defense just falling apart. If Yaz starts to fix up on those defensive rotational errors, this could become a real issue for them, because I haven't seen an offense of theirs that can be recreated. We know, have an offense that's one that they can recreate. And they won last season with this very similar style. Really hasn't seen any major adjustments. Milky Militia can bring something to offense. They can do over and over again. It's gonna be tough, but maybe that's the start of something they need. Off the back wall from Lit Knights. And Asti does not hesitate to go for that one off the ground and in. And it's again Boltini Rome who's left on defense, who just doesn't come up with any sort of touch, any sort of resistance. Milky Militia Scarlet, it's as if, Boltini Rome's not even there on defense at times, and it does suck to say, but that is something that can be an issue if That consistency isn't there, but here comes Eternal Vector. And well, we can expect his consistency with his shooting. As again, just immediate response from right on the Scarlet net. 93 seconds left in the game. I have to say, it's been a great back and forth affair, but someone's got to win it. Time's starting to dwindle. I expect that we're going to see whatever team scores next. We'll play more defensive as Boltini Rome wants it to be. That one saved by Lit Knight. Get away, Eternal Vector giving up space. May not have been the right decision, but he will get the challenge. Demoed by Asti. Boltini through the smoke screen. All in on that challenge. Now, the ball leading in front. Lit Knight another block. Another quick rotation from him. Seeing Lit Knight, we know that, the pace that he likes to play. It is not a slow one, that's for sure. And it's one that's, we'll have to get comfortable with. As Boltini. Off the sidewall. Touch in front, Lit Knight with a challenge. No, Vector beat by Asti. I look in the midfield, Boltini Rome will clear. I want this one on target. They're putting it in front with Boltini. Asti has made the block. Now Lit Knight bumped out of the way. Eternal Vector with a dunk. Is that going? It is! Eternal Vector goes for the challenge. But I don't think even he expected that to go so favorably. Asti went for it and he just couldn't get around the ball. Eternal Vector will pinch it off that last defender and in the Scarlet net. And it's, now with the lead. A lead that they have fought for heavily. Time is going to be running out for Scarlet unless they can make a response! And it comes from Lit Knight right off the kickoff. And again, that cheat up play there from Lit Knight. Eternal Vector, that is his kickoff. He doesn't like to cheat up. He doesn't like to take that risk, but I've said it before, and I've always criticized this kickoff from Eternal Vector, that he gives up plays like this to Scarlet. And it's plays that you really shouldn't give up at this level. And he does it again, and he does give up goals, sometimes because of how he plays, but it won't really hurt him because he's taking the lead back. It's 4 goals. All the 5 from have come from Eternal Vector. Again, this is the kind of shooting that it places him as one of the scariest players in this league. One of the reasons why his only real competition last season for MVP was Boltini Rome herself. We could be seeing again that battle this season where both these players, are trying to be the best they can, trying to one up each other on the MVP rankings. Although they are looking for wins as Lit Knight again isolating Boltini Rome, and it's another goal. And it's just again, it's back and forth. Eternal Vector, Lit Knight firing on all cylinders. And Boltini just has not been able to bring it on defense. The positioning has not been correct. A lot of these goals are being scored on when Boltini Rome is trying to defend the net. And again, her challenges are usually so aggressive, but Lit Knight's playing, it's tough to really find that space because he keeps control so well. Eternal Vector, answer their way, it's off the crossbar. It was open for him and he couldn't put it in. This ball will hit the ground for overtime. What should have been a game win for there with that open net miss from Eternal Vector. Now go to golden goal territory. To start off the Knights. His offense, we know that this is a team that doesn't really play to defensive in overtime. Gotta be able to play smarts because Mr. Scarlet are going to give them some tough plays to defend against as Asti. Looking for Lit Knight. That one saved by Eternal Vector. Holding their composure. Didn't really look too nervous so far, but they'll be able to keep it as Eternal Vector with another block. And it's Scarlet who are willing to bring the aggression. Now it's Lit Knight. Easily kept up by Boltini Rome. Outs will on the way of Asti and Milky Militia. But still, they aren't able to get themselves close enough to the net to really make, think about their saves. Really make, wait on the back line. Have a tough time keeping the ball out. And so many of these shots are coming from distance. Well, they could go in. You never know at this level. It's unlikely. A lot of what I'm seeing here, this Milky Militia, maybe it's just them not willing to take the chance, or more rather, it's them who just cannot get upfield quickly enough before somebody from the challenges as Boltini Rome wants to end it. Puts the shot on! Off the bar again, another shot from that goes off the crossbar and wide of the goal. How to prevent themselves from doing that, because that is a couple times this game. That crossbar has stopped them from taking, a lead, a crucial goal. As now, Asti being bumped into the dunk on Lit Knight. Eternal Vector wants this one gone. It's Asti, to the back wall. Boltini trying to wait on it. Gotta be careful though, because the challenger's doing the push as now Boltini, the dribble. As this one, now a pop in front, and Midnight pushed too far! It's yeah with the game win! And Boltini Rome, who shows her dribbling mechanics, they haven't gotten any worse since the last season. In fact, they've gotten better. She baits Lit Knight to the corner, and that's when she turns in for the challenge. It's yeah with a game 1 win. And it's yeah who come up clutch Boltini Rome, whose defense has been lackluster so far. Well, she'll bring the offense that shuts this game down and gives them a 1-game advantage. What an ending. Boltini Rome. The dribbles, I mean, we haven't seen a lot from her. Been sitting back a lot, and her defense has really not been looking good as a result, but hasn't become... And it's become something that Milky Must have kind of exploited, but it hasn't been enough for them. With Milky Must and Scarlet, they cannot rely consistently on those plays working for them. Need to see more from this team and their way of trying to make their own offense. Sure, maybe mistakes will come, but mistakes can't be the only thing they rely on. Moving to game 2, Fat Dab Slayer moving in. We're replacing one of these players. You're replacing Lit Knight, so it's going to be... Oh, no, he won't be. It's going to be the same too, but Fat Dab Slayer joined in. So maybe Scarlet thinking about putting in a sub. Again, they have 3 players on this roster for a reason. See just how they do it, says Colonel Vector. Gonna get the start here for yeah that they'd like to get a couple more goals, you know, earlier than they did last game, where they came off to this very sluggish start. Pressure on that back line as a Colonel Vector, and Austi's just own gold. That might have been going in anyways, but it doesn't make things better when he hits it in his own net. As again, Eternal Vector, that sharpshooter, knows where to place it. That one was close. It was going to hit the post, that's for sure. Don't know if it was going in, but, well, Austi's Such will definitely put it in. Yeah, with that 1-goal lead, now they look for more. Boltini Rome to the back wall. She can hit these double taps, but it's a miss from Asti that will make things a little tougher for them. As Vector. Lit Knight challenge this one, but it will be Boltini Rome in the backfield. Again, that, you know, chemistry from, yeah, kind of recognize each other, realizing each other, being able to know when the challenge, when their teammate is behind them. As Boltini's got to get that block. Lit Knight won't be able to catch up in time. No credits due. Boltini Rome just fighting through these challenges, not giving up on the play. Trying to find Eternal Vector. Will be in that back line, and it'll be a tough play for a Vector to get a chance on, but it is Asti who's a bit slow to challenge. As Asti 50'd with Boltini. Bouncing off that back wall. It's Vector trying to find some space. Okay, Militia. Another challenge win from Boltini, but it's Scarlet now who are not letting them get too close. As an infield pass to Asti, that's going to go to the corner. Be an easy clear for yeah. Vector. Look to try to put some pressure on Lit Knight, who has been that scary player here of Scarlet. The one that I've been paying attention to a lot to see how he'll change, how this team will change around him. So far, not much really. They haven't been able to score as much because, again, less mistakes have been made from yeah, but it also means yeah, it pushed up a lot less. Trying to commit as heavily, and a lot of this is relying on Vector maybe a little too much, but Vector knows what he's doing. He's got the flick. Oh, and again, another great stop from Lit Knight, who has made countless saves to keep his team in it for this game. As Asti, that one on, it's Vector who will call off Boltini Rome to get the save. Yeah, with not too many issues so far, although they'd love to have another goal. The bounce off the back wall, Lit Knight won't have it. He will get there in time, another save from him. It's 3 this game so far. Lit Knight's defense has, again, definitely been a blessing for this team, but it hasn't been enough. They haven't been able to make it happen on offense. And this is what is going to really struggle against yeah. If you can't break this team down, they will break you down. That's for sure. Their offense is just strong enough to do it. For Milky Militia, if their offense can't get these goals, they're going to be in a real world of trouble. Yeah, definitely aren't going to be left scoreless. This is a team that finds a way to score every single game, and they don't usually just score 1 goal. There's usually a couple more than that. That surprised me. Milky Militia, I'm going to put the shots where they need to be, but for a team that will relied on mistakes last game, and seeing none real this game from Yeah. That might be a reason why their scoring has been so hampered. Vector, stopped by Lit Knight. Boltini Rome with a rush out and away. It's a boost for Boltini. Well, Vector will have to just kind of waste some time out here. So yeah, again, just gonna let the time kind of do its work. It's gonna be a very long 2 minutes for them, especially if Lit Knight's putting on displays like this! Because Lit Knight doesn't miss often on those kind of chances. It will be a pop from Lit Knight, an extra touch, and Boltini Rome just has no chance on that one. She wanted to wait. She was thinking maybe that initial touch would be enough from him to, you know, make her make that save, but instead, he'll have an extra added play, and that will just be proving to be too much for Ye to counter. Look, maybe find more as Boltini in the midfield. Lit Knight ends it out. An old Vector. Second touch as well. Trying to keep the pressure close as now he's trying to break through that backfield. Asti had the backup to get there. Again, look at this from Yeah, intentionally slowing the play down, taking those 50s. Want a goal, but they also know that they don't have to score at this point. Slowing down Milky Militia will be good enough for them. Well, it may not be easy wins for Yeah. I mean, their season last season was never easy. That's one of the toughest schedules I've ever seen a team in Challenger 2v2 set to play against. In a tough situation, they've been in tough matchups. But they're going to continue to fight through them as a pass to Boltini. And an open net for Yeah. Again and again, it's Eternal Vector who really does find the breakthrough chances. He's definitely taking this kind of stand-up role for Yeah, and it does feel like at different points that different players on this team can do that. Eternal Vector here. Lucky Melissa looking for an answer. Asti. Dunk from Vector. Initial touch, will it be enough? It will be! He's got a little extra on it. And Yeah, with another goal, and this time you can't blame Scarlet for pushing up so many high challenges. But eventually one was going to fail for them. And it does right there. But yeah, well, their play is, you know, still finding its shortcomings here. In this much lower scoring game. But yeah, it's again a team that you expect them to score about every single game. You expect them to score a good couple times as well. The way to beat them is to break down that defense of Yeah, and the Scarlet team has not been able to do it this game like they did last game, but they have got the shot there from Lit Knight. And again, if there's any consistency here for Scarlet they can hold on to, it's the fact that Lit Knight hasn't really ever not looked scary. Again, just another great shot from him. Just so well at finding net, and at this challenger level, just having good shooting may be enough for your team to be one of the best. Fortunately for Scarlet, it's really only been Lit Knight who's been able to find that good shooting. Asti hasn't been able to do what his captain has done. Now Boltini, he's in the corner. There's an old Vector. Gonna fake on Lit Knight. And again, just slowing it down. This is actually going in front of net. And Boltini Rome will get a hit off the crossbar. Wasn't gonna let General Vector get that goal, I guess. And well, it's gonna be Yeah who take game 2. They need one more to get that win to, you know, get a 3-0 sweep. It would be a well-fought 3-0 sweep as well. It would not describe the series with how close these teams are in ability to each other. But we'll definitely see if Yeah can continue this kind of pressure. Not easy. And just gonna see what happen as, you know, again, there's a lot of Yeah fans in chat. I know they won that prediction poll as well. But Milk and Scarlet definitely gonna give them a real tough battle here. And for Yeah, all they have to do is prevent that reverse sweep, and it does seem like Scarlet are gonna go into those reserves. They're gonna get Fat Dab Slayer in. And Coach Merc is also in the lobby. That is the coach of Scarlet. He'll be the coach for both their matches. I bring some good words here because things haven't looked good for Scarlet, but in comes Fat Dab Slayer and Lit Knight. These two have been teammates for a while now, and well, maybe they're going to try to compete with Yeah's chemistry with some chemistry of their own, because again, these two have been on that Milky Militia organization as teammates a very long time. I mean, we've seen these players on stream before, and I can tell you that these two have definitely been teammates in the past. Oh, what a flick there, and what a pass from Eternal Vector. Boltini Rome couldn't score it, but Vector's got another chance. It's off the post, and yeah, struggling with the shots. Boltini now. Light bouncer, Lit Knight. Only able to get a light touch on it. Fat Dab Slayer trying to chase after Vector. Lit Knight will clear. Vector will race his way to the ball. Again, just a cut in rotation as Boltini bumps by Lit Knight. Still staying on the ball, though, and they give Lit Knight a real headache here. Scarlet cannot play that fast, style out of the midfield that they want. Be their chance to do so. As Boltini. A Dab Slayer. It's an Inferno Vector. It's all his boost though, and Boltini. Oh, that's not a good touch from Boltini. That's gonna be an open net for Lit Knight. And it's that defense from Boltini that has been the real question mark of this series. Because it has at times not looked very good, and that is one of those plays where flipping actually is the last thing you want to do there. Double jump would have been more preferable. Even controlling it for 50 in front of that would have been more preferable than flipping like that. Yeah, it's a 1-goal deficit off game 3, and I wouldn't be counting out Scarlet anytime soon in the series. I mean, how close the last 2 games have been. Definitely see, making those adjustments as Scarlet trying to make theirs, and they've already shown what they can do as Boltini now breaking through the back line, off the back wall, but Eternal Vector doesn't feel confident enough to challenge. He didn't have a lot of boost either. That might have influenced his decision. Now he's looking for the dribble. Down the field goes Eternal Vector. It's past Lit Knight now. He get the flick on Fat Dab Slayer. He will race back. Now up the ceiling goes Boltini. Pass to Eternal Vector. This could be a solo effort. Vector off the back wall. Second! Oh my goodness! Eternal Vector! No way he's hit that! Oh! I mean, that's incredible from Vector! Off the back wall, smash into the back of the net! And that's gonna be some momentum that, fairly deserved with shots like that. Off the back wall in the goal. And Eternal Vector giving some life, some energy, and a game that has felt a bit lackluster at times. Again, an incredible goal from Vector. We've seen players go for double dabs all the time in the Challenger League. Rarely do they ever hit them, and rarely do they hit them like that. I mean, that is the kind of double tap that I expect from the GC2, GC3 players that play on my stream. Not from this Champ 1, Champ 2 lobby. And here comes Vector's now. Lit Knight wants an answer. Won't put it in as Eternal Vector. Another cutoff in the midfield. Senior Rome, initially looking for that bump on Fat Dab Slayer. Will now go back as this is Lit Knight's ball, but Boltini putting the challenge early. Now Eternal Vector off to the back wall. Yogi Militia trying to get away downfield, and a lot of it is just a Lit Knight kind of lead, and I need to see more out of his teammates. I mean, I had issues with I had issues with Asti in those last couple games, and now Fat Dab Slayer just feels like he hasn't been involved enough. And if he can get more involved, if this Scarlet team can really kind of up that quality, you can really see them taking down because themselves have not looked perfect. In fact, they've looked far from it. This has been a performance that has had its many issues. And I could see Scarlet really taking these games. I could definitely see a reverse sweep happen. In fact, Team of Eternal Vector have actually had a reverse sweep on the stream in the past. It was against a Valhalla team. So, I mean, reverse sweeps do happen in 2v2s. That's oh my goodness, Eternal Vector! No way he's just done it again! That is an incredible ground play. I mean, he just snapped the ankles of Fat Dab Slayer and Lit Knight with that one touch. Boys, you like it. Yeah, with some swagger to that second goal of the game. Again, it's Eternal Vector who's really bringing out all the stops on offense. Again, without his leadership this series, it would be in a very difficult situation. I don't think they would be, as nice a situation as they are in right now. As now Boltini, a chance to shoot, but she thought Fat Dab Slayer was going to challenge early. Now looking for the dunk, but she has overcommitted. Fat Dab Slayer, 2v1 chance, and he's just, I haven't seen enough quality from Fat Dab Slayer. Seen it from Lit Knight, but I haven't seen enough else from Fat Dab Slayer. It feels like a lot of this is Lit Knight versus the team, and well, it has, been fruitful at times. It's not a style I'm, all that happy with watching, and it's not one that's going to be all that successful for this team. We're going to see teams that will definitely target Lit Knight and really exploit this team for that weakness. As an Eternal Vector punches to the back wall. As Lit Knight, or a miss there. As Eternal Vector down the field. Yeah, just need to waste a little bit more time, and this series will be theirs. As Lit Knight clears of Ultini Rome, gets that block through the midfield. 10 seconds left. Scarlet need a goal, but it may not come anytime soon. As Lit Knight looking for the clear. Eternal Vector keeping it in the offense. He's gonna look for this one, hit the ground, and it will. Yeah, 3-0 swept their opponents here, and Milky Militia Scarlet in the 2v2 matchup. Will we see more of this? Well, it's a great start for, it's a great start for Boltini Rome. Again, don't let the sweep tell you that this series was one-sided. It was anything but. It was close. And again, I felt like there were times where Scarlet definitely could have taken it. They just couldn't find their foothold. I will take this one. Heck, they'll take it looking pretty good at the same time as the raid coming in from Blue Sabers. Welcome in with the raid. Thank you for that raid. Welcome to Sporty Stream, everybody. Sadly, you guys came a bit late for that first series. It was a field sweep of versus Milky Militia Scarlet. Oh, but we'll have more. We'll have New Age Dragons versus Milky Militia Scarlet coming up very soon. But for now, how are you doing, Sabers? How was your stream? What were you streaming? Were you streaming some Skyward series matchups? Again, how it is. Again, what a result. For, that is a huge result. Again, a field sweep. Your fields, well, this first series is, we actually have a second series coming up very soon. In fact, we'll take a look at that schedule. Again, it's going to be New Age Dragons versus Milky Militia Scarlet. That will be our second series tonight. That will be a free match, and again, it'll involve Fat Dab Slayer, Lit Knight, both of, the Scarlet 2v2 team, as well as Asti, who's also on that 2v2 team, as well as Boltini Rome of It has been for this, team again, the team that won Challenger 2v2 last season, looking to do it again. Vote for them as, again, a huge mark, as we are going to get an interview. We're going to chat with Boltini Rome. Hello, Boltini Rome, a big 2v2 win. My first time getting to see, you and Eternal Vector this season, and it's a field sweep over Scarlet, but that was a tough matchup. You got to take me through kind of how, what it was like, Boltini, because again, Scarlet really gave you a tough battle.
Oh man, I'm actually shocked we won. We haven't played in like what? How long? I don't even know how long it's been.
Game day, to be honest.
Yeah, we're redoing that again.
You get that win, and again, I will say things did look a bit rough, but with it through Eternal Vector, you brought that same consistency. I know that you can bring, and one of the reasons why this team is so strong is because of that floor. That floor of this team is so high up, and Eternal Vector yourself looked very good this series. I mean, you tell me kind of what it was like. Again, as you said, you guys haven't played together in a very long time, and it was definitely somewhat noticeable. But again, you brought that consistency. It did feel like that chemistry was starting to grow, and take me through kind of the series. Kind of how did you guys kind of get back to getting used to each other, getting used to how you guys play?
We just communicate a lot, and I just watch how she plays, and I try to adjust to it. It's basically the gist of it is,
making those adjustments, making sure you can read each other. Really an exciting, an exciting matchup and a field sweep again for you guys. It's been an interesting season again with that Week 1 loss to Savannah Bananas, Week 2 win in Game 5, over Insanity. You got to tell me again, how nice does it feel to get a field sweep, especially after those last 2 weeks haven't been as close as they have been?
yeah, it feels good. We're trying to get back on track here. I did miss week 2. I didn't play that week, so Hopefully, I'll be available to finish out the season here.
Definitely, and again, a big win again over the Scarlet team that is still searching for that first win this season. But again, congratulations as well as Boltinho. I know, again, you got to kind of prepare for that next series coming up, that 3v3 matchup. We'll talk about that soon. But for now, your next matchup next week is going to be against FFE Reaction. In fact, you're going to have your next 2 weeks are going to be against 2 FFE teams in Reaction and Penguins. So they go through the FFE gauntlet, and those teams have had some interesting seasons so far. They're not teams to shy around. So what do you say about about those matches about playing against the Final Form Entertainment teams? Because they're pretty good. Those are some pretty scary teams, and so you're gonna have to kind of get yourself back into the Skyward Series mentality, especially with Eternal Vector, and making sure you can get those wins.
Oh man, Final Form. I mean, you've seen me in some of their tournaments. If they've seen me, then they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll get ready for this." But I think we'll still pull it out somehow. I mean, we have the chemistry and comms and all, and we just like to have fun. We're not like super competitive. Yeah, we want to win, but we can have fun in the process.
We do again feel that kind of, feel that energy again. Congratulations on your win here, and again, 3v match coming up with you on New Age Dragons against Scarlet. So that'll be interesting. A good chance we might see each other again if you can get that series. As again, congratulations. But before you go, we'll get some shoutouts going. Let's start with Eternal Vector.
Shout out to Boltini for bringing us back together for another season, trying to go for 2, and shout out to my friend Zai and my friend Happy for supporting me. And thank you for casting us sporty.
Of course, my pleasure. Is Boltini Voma, you have anything that you want to add to that?
Shout out Scarlet, they're a good team. Shout out Vector for coming back, of course, for another season here. Shout out all the community and my friends that all came out and supported as well. And then shout out to you for casting as well.
Of course, again, congratulations on your win here, and again, good luck in your 3v match coming up here at Boltini Rome. And in fact, we'll be seeing that match very soon. But for now, go off and get some warm ups with that New Age Dragons team, and we'll see you very soon.
Yeah.
And you heard what I said. Our next match will be that New Age Dragons versus Milky Militia Scarlet. So that will be quite the matchup, and it's gonna be one you won't want to miss. That's for sure. As we're gonna get things kind of updated and ready to go. But when we come back, it will be New Age Dragons versus Milky Militia Scarlet, the 3v3 challenger matchup. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Sportiest stream. Nice to see you all. If you don't know me, I'm Sporty FC, and boy oh boy, what a series we have coming up for you. It is more action from the Skyward series. It's a 3v3 matchup, and again, in the battle of Boltini Rome versus Lit Knight, Boltini Rome was able to win match number 1 3-0 with Team Yeah. Now in match number 2, it's a 3v3 match. It's the one where Lit Knight team and Milky Mr. Scarlet actually have the advantage, and that they are currently 2-0. New Age are 0-2. New Age are looking for their first win of the season. May not be easy though, because not easy matchups, that's for sure. And see and how they can do again. We saw that 2-2 match. It was very close. It was not easy. Or yeah, it's a win again for Scarlet though. I'm sure they'd love to have that win back. We'll see if it happens here. We're gonna get ourselves into this action as soon as we can. For now, again, I should mention again, Scarlet are 2-0 with wins over Striker Valhalla, well as Ninja Storm. We're gonna be seeing Ninja Storm later this week. For New Age Dragons, their 2 losses came to Valhalla Fury, well as Astral Warscape. So again, the different teams playing against definitely compare and contrast those different records with different, teams and different matchups. Not what we're looking at here. We're just gonna look at the action in front of us. Get everything in the everybody in the lobby as soon as we can, and we'll get this series underway. Be it New Age Dragons versus Milky. And again, New Age Dragons. Again, the only player coming over. The only actually players I say coming over from that EA team that are also on this Dragons team is Boltini Rome, as well as their coach in Kanan. Scarlet again, Lit Knight's coming back, Rat Slayer's back, Osty's back, and Merc is also back. Another player that you might want to focus on is 26RL. Actually, we're gonna have one of his his LOS Champs match, which is gonna be later this week. We're gonna have that on the stream as well as one of these players here later this week. Again, this is match I'm going to be interested in seeing what happens. Now again, I'm just going to wait for these players to join the lobby, and as soon as they're in, we'll be good to get things going. Now again, reminder, this is another best of 5. Your New Age Dragons, Milky Militia, Scarlet. Matchup. Or I'm sure a lot of you, because again, last one was pretty interesting, but it did end in 3 games. This one could end in 3, could go longer though, and I honestly don't know what to say, because again, for Dragons, they haven't looked all that good this season. They would do is, again, another player that you might want to focus on is it's Christian, the captain of Dragons. Again, he's another the caster who's done matches in Skyward series before. And you should definitely show support to all those casters, because we actually get a good amount of casters on the stream every once in a while. Ready to see what will happen. Updates, seeing who will, play for these teams, because again, these are full rosters of 5 players and a coach, so a lot of options there and players to play for those matches. You can see what will happen. It's a result. Again, will be interesting. Just waiting on updates from the players around the field, just to again get them in the lobby, get them ready for this best of 5 3v3. Want to miss this kind of action, that's for sure. But Predictable is live. Get your votes on who you think will take this one. Again, I think I'd have to consider Scarlet the favorites in this one, but again, how their record has been against. Interesting to see how they'll recover from that. Again, that 3-0 loss they had against Yeah, a tough mental push, that's for sure. But again, they were willing to play the match today. any updates. Again, find these guys as soon as possible. Get them in the lobby. I'm itching for the series. I'm excited to see what will happen. Whereas again, it's Scarlet, Dragons. Match this will hopefully become, but help us kind of explore why Scarlet's doing so well, why the Dragons haven't been. Again, for Dragons, they haven't won yet. Scarlet have not lost yet. So then, besides they're different records completely. A lot for I think this team to prove, because they really need to prove themselves that they're here, that they're willing to, compete with Scarlet. Not looked good for them. Again, they can't lose all hope. Well, a lot of reasons why they're as strong as they are. Again, in this best of 5, I think we'll figure out a lot about these teams. Really learn a lot about how they're playing. Again, it's gonna be Mr. Scarlet again. That same team name, same organization here. A lot of the same players. And being the captain, I expect we're gonna see him in this series, along with at least one of his other 2v2 members, maybe even both of them. We'll have to just wait and see. Again, interesting to see kind of where these teams will progress as it goes on. Don't have much else to say. I just want these teams going in as possible, but I'm sure they're both kind of setting things up, getting things ready for this one. It'll be our second and final series of the night. As hello everybody in chat, how you doing? I was gonna say, I know a lot of people from that last series are gonna come back over. Say hi and get your votes in for that prediction poll. You have about 5 minutes left to do it. As for now, it's gonna be Jeremy, Christian, and Boltini Realm on Great Dragons again. Again, Boltini, that only player from that 2v2 team that's on this 3v3. Was that coach in Canaan? Real Killer Scarlet, I wonder who we're gonna see from them, but again, I expect to see Lit Knight, at least one of his other 2v2 members in either Asti or Fat Tap Slayer. In, we'll get things best of 5 going. We'll see how well these teams can play against each other. I'm excited for this. A lot of you are. I haven't heard back from Militia. Expecting to be here in any minute. And info has been sent out to these teams, so having any major issues. Well, maybe a minute or so late, but again, they might just be getting their warm-ups done. Again, for Scarlet, they're trying to recover from that Frio sweep loss, which is not easy to do. With a loss having been that close, that tough, that hard fought, and yet you get a single game off of, now they, again, have to kind of shake off that loss, get right back into it. This 3v3 series is, here we go. They've got their roster joining in. We'll see which their players are available, are going to play for this one. A reminder again, we'll be having subs watching in. It's not a problem though. Have teams to have subs, join on in. These players have agreed to it, so won't be an issue. Let's get these guys in. Let's get this series going. New Age Dragons will be on the blue. Okay, Militia will be on the orange. Again, it's that continuation of the Boltini Rome versus Lit Knight matchup. See who comes out here in this one. It's again, we saw that 2v2 matchup. Yeah, one in a Frio sweep. Now a Scarlet want revenge on the 3v3 team that Boltini Rome plays for here in New Age Dragons. This is their chance to do it. A 2-0 side versus an 0-2 side. It may seem one-sided, but that may not be true, as again, what a series will have, a best of 5 3v3 matchup. Great Dragons on the blue, looking much Scarlet on the orange. This will definitely be an interesting extension. We've already seen how strong Lit Knight can be, but playing a 3v3 is going to give him, maybe not as much time to do the kind of, stuff that he wants to do, but it also does give him, more teammates to back him up for him to go for those kind of aggressive plays. So he may not be able to use as much space as he did in the past, but his shooting has been pretty strong. And well, again, I expect in a 3v3 matchup for him to become even more aggressive in that shooting play style, and see how it works for him as Boltini Rome. Already a demo on, it's Blunt King. Boltini, maybe a shot. That one's off the crossbar. Asti and Lit Knight both stepping on each other. Scarlet not starting off very well. This is a team that's a bit awkward rotationally. Will be kept away as Bones Chat is sleepy. Again, and thank you for the follow as well, Sleepy Sue. Welcome to the Spodia stream. You've joined in time for our second series of the night and our last one of the night as well. New Age Dragons are taking on Scarlet, and they're off to the lead with a 1 goal from Jeremy Blind. Well, one of the clear, just going to get enough power on it though. It's Jeremy Blind who gets that last little touch to get past Blunt King. Start for this New Age Dragons side again, who are going to look for their first win of the season. Gotta continue this kind of pressure. Now pinch in the midfield. Lit Knight. Get the shot on. Jeremy Blind with the clear. Senior Rome trying to read Blunt King, but couldn't get that one. Just, back and forth. A lot of heavy clears in the team. Not so much holding on to the ball, and I think it's a lot of just testing each other, seeing where they succeed and where they fail. For now, it's been relatively even. Both teams, again, just kind of, not making too many mistakes on these touches. Here comes Lit Knight, a chance to shoot. That one's gone wide, but again, he's a scary player when he gets to those shooting positions. He doesn't miss often. When he doesn't, and when he does put those on, finds his chances. He so often can. You better hope he's not put a good shot on, because, again, sometimes, his plays are just unsavable. But Dragons, again, their best course of action is not reaction, it is proaction. It is stopping the plays before they start. Unfortunately, on defense, it's kind of tough to do so as shots coming in. Boltini run with the block. Boltini, pop up with the ball. Lit Knight with the block. As I did notice a raid coming in from Team SRSC. Thank you, Senior Series. As another follow coming in from Sleep Bud Laser. Thank you. Welcome to the Spuddy stream. As again, thank you for the raid here, Senior Series. How are you guys doing? I think you guys have had a good time. I know you guys stream so often. Nice to see you guys with the raid. I've been able to see a Senior Series team in a while, but I know you guys are probably still competing in so many different esports. And hopefully you guys are doing well. And welcome to the Spodia stream. Spodia FC, it's nice to see you all. And right now we got New Age Dragons versus Milky Militia Scarlet. Again, both Asti and Lit Knight, who played in that 2v2 match just an hour ago, couldn't get the win. In fact, actually, they played against Boltini Rome and her 2v2 team, and yeah. Well, Boltini Rome is making herself known here as the New Age Dragons coming up with the momentum, and for a team that's 0-2, they definitely haven't missed many of their opportunities. They did have a good couple really tough first matches, especially against Astral Warscape, who one of those scary teams in this Challenger 3v division that I expect to do very well. What a start for this Dragon side. Scarlet does feel like that momentum, the negative momentum of last series really getting to them. It's tough to counter a team when the team is, bringing on that kind of pressure, on that kind of pace. Asti up to the back wall. Boltini Rome won't have it, but neither will Blunt King. Lit Knight will just throw it on, and oh, no one's there. Where was the defense from Dragons? This one goes in for Lit Knight, and again, he's not a strong a shooter, but I don't think he expected it to be this easy for him, because both Jeremy Blind and It's Christian went for the boost at the exact same time. A bad rotation leads to an open goal, leads to an open net for Scarlet that they will not miss. Their first goal of the series, it's a bit of a strange one for Scarlet. Again, it's a bit of a worry for me that that's their first goal, because just like last series, their offense is, under, a lot of questions from me. Is this an offense that only takes advantage of mistakes? If so, aren't going to see too many mistakes. They've got to make their own plays, and that is a very good example of it. Blunt King now picks us up by fighting through Jeremy Blind, but that final touch gets up and over Boltini Rome. Militia Scarlet fight this game up. Oh, that's not it off the kickoff. It's pinched by Christian. And not even much of a second later, it's Christian right off of Asti, and Asti just couldn't get himself on the ball in time. Got way too outside. It's an easy goal for Christian. And for Dragons, they get the lead right back. They don't even have to really work too much for it. Dragons, they're gonna look to hold this lead for the rest of this game, but they've got to be careful because they're not gonna make it easy. Clear from Christian. Blunt King. Back wall. It's Christian's missed. Blunt King and waiting in front. Boltini Rome will send it away. Blunt King still challenging. Jeremy's got the block. Wait, Dragons. Prevent another chance coming from Scarlet as a redirect from Boltini, and that's gonna fall right in! It goes up and over the last defender! And Boltini Rome adds another to our team's lead. It's 4-2 in favor of the Dragons. Just what a touch that is. That is incredible from Boltini Rome. A pop from the midfield and really just had so much power on it that came out of nowhere, really. Scarlet. I'll have to react to it. Christian. Asti with the block. When a couple whiffs going from Scarlet as Boltini Rome, who has the dribble away. Now going to get around Blunt King, but he's dunked her instead. He'll just be back the other way as a miss there from Jeremy Blind. Boltini Rome in the midfield. Christian clears it away. Blunt King off the side wall. Lit Knight looking for one more chance, but he won't get it given to him. As the Dragons will take game one for a team that has struggled. Again, they have not been able to win this season. A great start against Milky Militia Scarlet. And for the New Age organization, they'll look to continue this. The offense truly was there. Their defense was there. It really did feel more complete than what Scarlet brought to the table. You can already see Milky Militia Scarlet potentially going to the subs already. It's a winning start for a team that's supposed to do so well as Uck 26 has moved in. We'll see if he, makes any adjustments. Now, much has really happened. Again, New Age Dragons team looking to, really let that momentum of, Boltini Rome's momentum from last series really help them through. And you can already tell Boltini Rome much more comfortable in this 3v3 series. Rome specifically definitely was more comfortable in this 3v3 series. Never really felt at any point that she felt as kind of slow and sluggish as she was in the series before. A good thing, because again, that series before, she won in a sweep anyways, so this is a kind of a form of kind of comfortability for this team that definitely impressive for them to be able to get so quickly on. Not gonna make any differences to the roster though in Scarlet. They brought in 26, maybe we're thinking about it, but ultimately they've gone with the same rosters did in game one. This feels very similar to the series before where they kept that same roster after that first game. And we'll see if their choice to not go for the roster change does help them. Now though, they've gotta be able to find some way to break through Dragons. That's going to be a dunk from Blunt King right in the midfield, and we've known that Boltini Rome has struggled with the back wall tonight, and it hasn't gone any better for her because that touch was totally unnecessary. She had teammates in the midfield, and she didn't get that touch. Guess what? One of her teammates would have, and it would have been an easier clear for them. Panic from Boltini Rome. And New Age just giving up a goal here to Scarlet, but they're looking for an answer. Christian can't get it. Boltini dunked by Blunt King again. Now he's looking for the flick. He's actually got a really good touch. Jeremy Blind is missed. It's open. It's in. It's Gosti to put it through. And it's 2 for Scarlet early in this one. Another dunk from Blunt King. Opening up so much space. And this time, although he may not score, Blunt King does make the assist for Asti. And it's Scarlet now who've done a lot better than what they did last game. An early start. Doesn't feel like they've changed anything. They've just done better at getting a little bit faster those downs. At least Blunt King has. Gotta play careful because there's still 4.5 minutes in this game, and if we know anything about those 4.5 minutes, it's a pretty long amount of time. Any Rocket League game, and 2 goals is definitely a comeback that the Dragons can make in that time. We've seen them score 4 goals last game. Now Boltini bump on Asti. Back to the midfield, clear from Asti as well. Asti, in the corner, gonna take his time, and the Dragons definitely getting pulled out sometimes. With the boost, with the temptations that Scarlet are trying to bring to them, playing this kind of controlled style, waiting for the 50-50s. Alright, hasn't felt too tough here for the Dragons team to get used to this kind of pace, and they might be 2 goals down. Still looks scary. They still have that kind of fighting edge that we know they have. As here comes Jeremy Mind, looking for one more. Stopped away by Blunt King. Christian, fake on Osti. Boltini going for the bumps as well. Forcing Lit Knight to be in a much more precarious situation, but he still gets the save. And again, then I might be a player that they just have to avoid at all costs here for Dragons. No, the scary stuff that he can do, but Osti's coming in! And Osti's got the dribble! And Scarlet have got goal number 3. This is why they're 2-0. It comes from offense from like this. So quick, so efficient. Scarlet have not missed their net. For the Dragons, maybe game 1 was just a fluke because Scarlet are really coming in with a vengeance. You can't let the pressure get to them too heavily here as Scarlet kind of willing to push further and further. Really see what the Dragons can and cannot do. For now, it's Jeremy to Boltini. Stopped by Osti waiting in the backfield. Now a bounce play. Jeremy blind. Doesn't have it, but Christian will, and Lit Knight is challenged very early for that one. Won't get a piece of it. Won't make a difference either. He's still looking for challenges, but again, it's Dragons who will beat him on that one. Now a touch from Lit Knight, just trying to get this one away. He's got 30 boosts in the tank, but he used all of it just to lose that challenge from Jeremy blind. And we haven't really seen pace as much of a deal this one as it was in that 2v2 match, but still, you can see these teams trying to kind of outpace each other to these different plays. Any means possible. Sometimes pace can help you, sometimes it hurts you though. Pace does come, more likelihood it feels for mistakes. As Blunt King off the back wall. Osti, that one almost in. Blunt King get the second chance. Up from Boltini from another. And again, Boltini has been really bump heavy this series. He's willing to, go upfield without the ball. Trusting their teammates to get those shots, to get those plays to break through. But also, you might not be able to trust in them too much because they have not been able to support her on a lot of these plays. A lot of her bumps have been mistimed. A lot of the Dragons' offense has not resulted in really any scary shots. As Osti is going to look to make it another. And it will go in. It's a 3rd goal from Osti. And Milky Mr. Scarlet thought for a moment maybe Dragons have been able to slow them down, but that couldn't have been any further from the truth. Scarlet, who are continuing their goal scoring streak. And out game 2. It's another strong performance. Okay. Very blind with the clear. Lit Knight, a bit awkward as Boltini looking to challenge, but again, this Milky Mr. team can rely on Lit Knight. I have not really seen him make any major mistakes yet. And either of the 2 series he's played in. He's maybe made slight mistakes, but nothing too noticeable. He's been very consistent as Boltini couldn't put that shot on. Have to leave it as clear from Scarlet goes to Osti. Christian will save it away, but Dragons no goals this game after having such a strong offensive performance last game. This one feels much more like a wake-up call from Scarlet. This is something that maybe I was more expecting from Scarlet. For them to, capitalize on their chances a lot more. As here comes Lit Knight looking to make it 5. It's saved by Jeremy. Again, Scarlet at this point just kind of controlling the play. Kind of letting the game slow down. For a New Age, while they may get a chance here, it won't go in, and that's really how I've been feeling this game for any of the offense that Dragons have had. For the very little amount of offense they've had. Really been able to make much of it as Osti clear from it's Christian. Blunt King now. Lit Knight sends it away. Dragons are just not able to break through that back line here of Scarlet. Really just through the midfield in general as Osti Challenged by Boltini off the back wall from Lit Knight, looking for one more goal, but nobody will challenge, and they'll let this one go away as Boltini can't get that last second shot. Milky Militia Scarlet have come back in game 2 with a real heavy fight. Shots are 9-5, but those goals are 4-0. Telling you just the consistency of Scarlet's offense, just how strong they've been at scoring, and really how strong Osti has been. He's got 3 of the goals. And that's the kind of consistency that the Scarlet team will need to if they're going to take down New Age Dragons. And with this being a best-of-5 series, there's a lot they'll have to prove here. Scarlet to take down the Dragons. Sure, it's an 0-2 team, but as we've seen, this is a 0-2 team that's willing to give them a real battle. It's gonna, they're not gonna roll over for Scarlet, that's for sure. And Scarlet, they've going to have to make sure their offense stays consistent. Bring into game number 3, Dragons. Taking some extra time just to talk with each other. Maybe try to slow down Scarlet, maybe try to get that momentum away from them, but it's very difficult to do that. Seen this pressure from Scarlet. And we're going into game 3 at DFH Stadium. Where the last series ended, but this one won't end here. It will have at least a 4th game to go with it. But this game will decide who will have match points, and I think for these teams, they'd love to take that. Be tough for them, as we have to see just how they can do it as Lit Knight with the challenge. For the clear, gets one touch. Christian gets it to that back wall, and it's Asti with the pinch. Ultini row. Waiting for it, gets this one, pops around, and now they're looking for the Doomsday Dash, but it's gonna be Jeremy Blind who has a shot. And somehow Lit Knight keeps that out. It was on his goal line. He was waiting treacherously in front. And yet somehow Lit Knight has enough power to get on the end of that one. A great save for a player who has just, again, been looking excellent today. This team rallying behind him, at least from last game they were rallying behind him. All they need to do is do it again, and they'll be series winners soon enough. It looks like in a roster that really can work more thoroughly together, at least from last game. Again, game 1 was slow for this Boogie Militia team, but game 2, they're able to find each other in space, and a lot of it was Lit Knight and Asti, working the offense, Blunt King, waiting in the midfield, kind of rounding things out, smoothing out their play, and it definitely works on this. Christian's miss, it's gonna be open, and Lit Knight will tuck it in. And a big miss from It's Christian on the back wall. Lit Knight sends it up, and that's why you do that at this level. It's to test the back wall defense, and so many players just aren't good at making those reads. It is. Again, Scarlet are bringing the offense as Blunt King off the back wall. Couldn't get the second touch. Here comes Lit Knight looking for goal 2. Bolton even with a block. Asti now off the back wall. Jeremy Blind will look for it. And he's got the block there. An incredible save from Jeremy. That double tap was surely coming from Asti. And yet Jeremy rushes back. Uses everything he has just to get there in time. Able to make the block. But here comes Blunt King. And he's hooked it in. And this defense from New Age Dragons, well, it has definitely seen better days, because again, it's just these challengers are just not falling through for them in the midfield. When Scarlet get up this close to the net, you should expect shots from them, especially with that kind of space. As it's now, again, Scarlet just bringing that offense, in full force. Blunt King. Off the corner, Christian wants the clear. Asti. Sent to the back wall, it's Lit Knight maybe looking for another one. And the Dragons have done well to clear it. In fact, they might even get a chance on the end of this. Christian was an odd bounce off the back wall. Blunt King actually got 2 to commit there. Boltini jumped as well as Blunt King wants one more. Christian's challenge. Blunt King still 1-on-1. And Asti will come in to feed off that play. A bad double commit. Boltini Rome got too confident in her offensive capabilities. She left Christian all alone, and well, that has been a recipe of a disaster for this Dragons team when they send 2 people out that aggressively on offense. And really, again, things have just gotten from bad to worse. This is looking like a recreation of last game. Scarlet have just done it again, and this team is bringing a whole different level of quality. Sure, game 1 wasn't good from them. Now that they've kind of got themselves in the series, they're not looking all that weak anymore. Dragons will need to do a lot better if they're going to take down Scarlet, if they're even going to get a couple goals against this team at the end of this series. We're only halfway through the game, and already it feels like Scarlet are just looking to end it at this point. Then in that kind of form and that kind of control, as Asti in the midfield, Boltini will clear it away. Lit Knight, the back wall. It won't be enough for the Dragons. They'll Have to find other chances. Boltini with the dribble bumped out. Blunt King will send it away. Again, New Age on offense. A rare moment of offensive pressure, but again, you can just see the offense itself is just not good enough, and it's Scarlet who are really showing you how it's done, how you're supposed to control the offense at this level. You know, it's clean, decisive measures that are really doing it. And Lit Knight, I mean, there's nobody who's been playing better than him this series. Extending this lead to 4 goals. Scarlet are running away with this one, as now Scarlet have now just tied the number of goals they had last game. Still over 100 seconds to go, and it'll be 100 seconds more of what Scarlet can do on offense. As Osti leaving it, Lit Knight didn't think he was doing that, and a bit of miscommunication from Milky Militia. Leave their offense a little bit worse than what they expected. The Dragons just can't find anything on offense, and a lot of it is, you know, a lot of reaching challenges. Again, it's Christian, Jeremy are just throwing on weak shots, and then Boltini's trying to reach for these plays, reaching for these shots, and it just isn't a playstyle that works so well when you're trying to reach for offense. A bit more of a desperate style on offense, and it just doesn't work. Not consistent, and it's definitely not recreatable. You really tell here from the Dragons that, again, they need someone to step up on offense. Again, I think if there's anybody to do it, it would be Boltini, but he is one of those players who can't a lot of times do the offense herself. She needs someone to, you know, make that assist, make that extra play, make that touch in the midfield, to, you know, set herself up for it. That's when she can really, you know, light up. For this Dragons team, we just haven't seen that sort of teamwork yet. Maybe here's a chance, says Jeremy. Challenged by Blunt King. Christian off to the back wall. Boltini gonna send it in front. It's Christian and Jeremy are both double committed. It's open. It's Osti who will put it all the way in. A cross map shot, and that's not gonna be a hard one for Osti to score. It only really makes things tougher here because again, another double commit from Dragons. This time it's Christian and Jeremy who will go on offense at the exact same time. Again, for this Dragons team, they're really only making things tougher for them with how they're trying to work this offense. It's Blunt King. Osti trying to complete his hat trick. Doesn't have a shot there. And New Age still looking for their first goal in what has been over 10 minutes of gameplay. And they were able to get the, you know, a couple goals in game 1 to get that win. Now in game 3, that scoring has all but washed away. Milky Militia Scarlet have scored, you know, 9 times, I believe, in a row. Out and answer. I mean, they are on match point, deservedly so, because of how they're playing. All they need is just one more game, one more win. And, you know, they'll be taking this series. Milky Militia just, again, pounding the New Age net. And again, the shots themselves haven't been too crazy. It's 10 shots to 6. And the Dragons just haven't really made much of those 10 shots. And for Scarlet, they're showing you how to really work offense, how to make your offensive chances really count in 3v3s, and they're much more threatening on that net than what Dragons have really thrown at that net as themselves. And again, it is a worrying sight. Team's offense is all but disappeared, even when they still have some, you know, level of shooting. And we're going into game number 4. And more action sure to come. Here we go. Right back into the action. Milky Militia with a chance that they want here. They can definitely win here. See if they can do it. New Age have to find something that they can work with here. As, again, subbed in Reaper. Again, the roster is now Jeremy Blind, Reaper, and Boltini Rome. See what change this move makes. And I actually have to find out who Reaper is. He's not listed. At least I don't see his epic listed on this roster. He might be Notorious Unknown. He also could be Gabe Not Babe. We'll find out soon enough as New Age Dragons looking again for those, or again, their first goal in what has been over 10 minutes straight of gameplay without one. It's up, though, to find it. Boltini, Reaper both jumping, and it's saved again by Lit Knight, who again continues to be consistent. The shot on, Boltini run with the block. Osti, the back wall, Jeremy Blind looking for the clear. As we are going to get an answer, that is Gabe. Reaper is Gabe, and I know he shows up as Gabe, so we're going to call him Gabe here in this matchup as Boltini to the back wall. Boltini wants that clear. Osti now in the midfield looking for a Lit Knight. That one off the back wall, wants a second touch, can't get it, but Bunking! And it's Boltini Rome who comes up clutch on the goal line. As down the field Dragons go, but again, just immediately challenge Scarlet, giving them no time on offense. As Gabe looking for the clear. Osti blocks it. Now a shot from Lit Knight! And that is an incredible angle. Lit Knight continuing to bring just incredible play after incredible play. This one, Jeremy trying to back up. He thought he had time. Didn't think that Scarlet would go for that shot. It's such a tough angle. No, Scarlet, they don't just go for that shot. They score off of it. New Age. There. Again, the shooting woes just continue here. Jeremy wants to clear. Osti. Stop that from happening as Reaper with a long touch. Jeremy can't get the block on Blunt King. Lit Knight wants another chance. Gabe will get back in time. One's going to be thrown to the midfield. Boltini Rome will block it. Scarlet beating back, but they waiting a lot there. They'll get that touch from Jeremy to go straight to them. And again, Dragons at this point are getting so desperate just to get upfield. They're just going to throw that ball up there and see if maybe Scarlet cannot read it. They almost got that one there, but again, it's Lit Knight who's been so consistent on the backfield, and that first chance is just never going to work against him, it feels. He's just a bit too good at defense for Dragons to score on him with one shot, and Dragons have, again, they've struggled to really get much going on offense, especially when it comes to the terms of consistent offense where they get multiple chances on net. Scarlet's looking again to continue what they've been doing this series as Blunt King. Gonna push into the offense. Jeremy stopped. It's Gabe with them on Blunt King. Boltini Rome, another shot there, but this time Lit Knight will get there in time. And again, the Scarlet defense has had a field day without the Dragons have wanted to play. Dragons have wanted to shoot from distance. Now they haven't been able to really get close enough to the net. Again, I just haven't seen enough, people set up to offense. We've seen all these players from Dragons. We know that they can all do offense. Need to do it together. That's become the real issue for them, that teamwork. Just not there at the level that Scarlet has it. As Boltini. Get that one past Lit Knight. Blunt King with the pinch. One more touch, but Jeremy Blind won't let that happen so easily. Gabe now. Lit Knight to the corner. Still with it. It's pinched away by the Dragons, who are trying to keep offense, off of that touch. Boltini's going to struggle as Osti gets the flick, and Scarlet would love a second goal. They may get it here, and Blunt King, and it will find the back of the net. Milky Militia Scarlet continuing the scoring. It may have taken them a while in this one to get their second goal, but it comes at last. And with about a minute remaining, Dragons still haven't scored in a very long time. It's again only getting tougher for them. As Blunt King, Gabe with a block. Gabe, not Babe, down the field. Boltini waiting. Lit Knight will get there in time. Follow-up shot from Jeremy Blind. Miss. Boltini can't put it on. Maybe the scariest chance that the Dragons have had so far this game, and they just couldn't put it on target. Gotta hurt, because you give yourself those kind of opportunities, hoping to score, and you just cannot get yourself in the right position in time. Milky Militia already back as well. Osti up for Blunt King. Will commit from the Dragons. Back is Gabe. He yells with the flick. Off the corner. Jeremy Blind with a clear. Lit Knight. The nets, but Boltini Rome will save it. Dragons have to score on this chance if they want any hope left in this series. Boltini leaves it. Gabe, that one not on, and it's sent away by the Scarlets. We'll end the game just like that. Dragons still looking for one more. They'll get it at 0 seconds, but it won't make a difference. Milky, Militia, Scarlet will take game 4 and the series with it. They couldn't do it in 2s, but they'll do it here in 3s. Their record now advances to 3-0 for the Dragons. Their terrible season has only gotten worse. It's an 0-3 record. Fortunately for Voltini Rome, she couldn't win both her matches tonight. Just her 2v2 won. Same would be said about Scarlet. They couldn't win in 2s, but they did in 3s. For both these games, the favorites, at least from my point of view, were the ones to take it. Great offensive showing from Milky Militia, who again made that resurgence after that. Or, showing in the 2v2 matchup, 3v3, they definitely made the right adjustments. And we are going to get them a little interview here. Chat with Milky Militia, because again, that is a big win for them. A 3-1 over this New Age Dragon side. Again, it keeps their record at a nice, undefeated 3-0. Take a look at our schedule, what we've seen tonight. And it was a field sweep for over Milky Militia Scarlet. Then Milky Militia Scarlet got some revenge in the 3v3 with a 3-1 win over Dragons. Again, only those 2 matches tonight. Again, you can see kind of how these different players work, and it is definitely fun to get multiple matches a night, especially with a lot of the same players. Always interesting to me, at least, see these kind of matches as they get the Milky Militia. Gonna get Milky Militia in here for that interview. 3-1 work from Milky Militia. Whereas again, their season getting close to that halfway point. In fact, next week we'll mark that halfway point when they play against Striker AFK, another team that's been having a really difficult season so far. So again, for Scarlet, what may have been a tougher start to the season, let's ramp up as well at the end of it. So we're gonna definitely see them tested on the stream, but maybe more in the future. Now again, we're just waiting on them to join on in when they're ready. Chat with them here tonight about their matches. Again, and about that consistency that they've really been able to show. Again, it's New Age Dragons and Milky Militia Scarlet battled out, but Scarlet got the win in this one. We're waiting on them. I don't know what's taking them so long to join, but I hope that they'll join soon. Did want an interview. So I think he's just going to sort of invite his whole team into this one. Lit Knight's here. Blunt King is just, will probably be joining very soon as well. See how this will work for them. Oh. Just going to have to wait for them as... Hello there, Blunt King. Welcome in. How you doing?
Yeah,
nice to see you again. Congratulations on you. Is anybody else joining you?
As far as I know, no, nobody else is joining.
Yeah, it's nice to have you joining again. Congratulations on that 3v3 win here, Blunt King. I know, again, it was a bit weird of us, to have Lit Knight, play that series before. Lit Knight, I should say, Lit Knight and again, have Lit Knights and I'm trying to remember, Asti play that series before, and come off of a loss. I mean, did that kind of give you guys even more reason to win this series here against New Age Dragons? I mean, what effect did that series loss that they had kind of have on this series?
All right, well, the first game we took that loss, but I think we were just trying to feel for them, trying to get used to what they do, how fast they play, how aggressive they are, stuff like that, and then we just decided to start playing the way we usually play. And our coach Mert has a big impact on it as well. He's been training us, teaching us things. It's been great.
Can you maybe add even more kind of context to how Merc has worked here? I mean, and you talk about that kind of the adjustments you guys have had to make because of him. Can you maybe tell about how Merc has been able to affect you guys? Because that game 1 was pretty rough. It was obviously your worst game of the series by far, but after that everything changed. You guys only let in 1 goal in those last 3 games, and so kind of have to tell me, like, what was it that Merc told you guys allowed you to just be so dominant?
Really, he just told us to tighten up our rotations and look for each other out in the field and go for passes and more comms, and that's exactly what we did. And we cleared it all up and finished.
Yeah, that you definitely did. As joining us here is Osti as well. Again, hello, Osti.
How's it going? How's
A
it
free
going?
win. Well, I should say a free record off of a 3-1 win. And an undefeated record here. And I think we can definitely say your 3v3 season has been going a lot better than your 2v2 season. And well, again, I know again that and there's a lot of factors that again in Breeze. You guys have looked really strong. That offense definitely is allowed to breathe, allowed to go for a lot more aggressive plays than they are in twos, and it definitely seems to be kind of helping you guys out. My question for you here, Osti, is about that offense, kind of working with each other, and especially like working with like Lit Knights and being such a consistent player, but being able to kind of back him up and really support yourself and have him support you in other ways. Again, that team chemistry really does show up. Again, tell me about kind of the differences that Freeze and Twos makes, or in terms of how aggressive you guys play, because there seemed to be a definite difference.
Really, I would say that we're really comfortable in threes because we've spent so much time trying to forge this play style that we haven't yet mastered. We still have a few kinks, but basically our twos play style is a little bit off from what we want, but we're definitely still working on it for sure. But um, I definitely say there's going to be a lot of more exciting games this season, especially for our twos, because we have a lot of upcoming talent that we plan to use.
Excited to hear that again, you guys, with another big win. And again, I mentioned how your season is going to ramp up really a lot by the end. I mean, there's going to be a lot of tests, a lot of teams that are going to want to test your undefeated record. So, to that, to those aggressors, to those people who are going to be testing you, because there's so many matches this season, especially near the end, that I think are going to be really scary for you guys. I mean, just to talk about kind of some of those matches here for you guys here in where are you guys in Milky Mush Scarlet. You got to play, you got some. You got Magnolia, you got to play against Astral Warscape near the end of the season, you got to play against Valhalla Fury as well. Those are some very scary teams, and those are all in, in that last half of the season. So, I mean, what are you guys going to kind of do, kind of to prepare for, the, tough competition that are coming in the future?
I mean, really, we're just gonna keep doing what we do. The whole reason why we play this game is because we love it, and all we're trying to do is just again create this play style that will work and benefit well between all the different and contributing factors and stuff like that. But really, we're just gonna keep doing the same thing we're doing. As you saw tonight, the energy that we brought out of game two, we're just gonna keep that momentum all the time. So that's our plans. I mean, you have anything else, Mark? I mean, Blunt.
Oh, really? Yeah, like what Austin was saying. We're just gonna keep grinding. I mean, we do love this game. We love to play. We love the people around it. We love the community, obviously. And between me, Knight, Asti, Deb, and Ugg, we got a pretty solid team. So I'm looking forward to these upcoming teams that we're gonna verse that also have an undefeated record.
Happy to hear you guys are fully ready and capable for that challenge. You guys definitely looked at it there against New Age Dragons. Again, congratulations on your 3-1 win. But before you go, we'll get some shoutouts going. We'll start with Blunt King.
All right, do what now?
Shoutouts. You want to thank anyone who's been putting you along the way? Any final messages that you have for anybody on the stream?
Um, just Merc, really. Merc's been
Yeah.
teaching us what to do, how to do it, the rotations, comms. Merc's the ones that got us here. We just do all the hard work.
Happy to hear it as Osti now. Is there anything that you want to add to that? Any shoutouts, anybody that you have in mind, or any final messages that you have to say?
Honestly, I gotta shout out the entire team. I mean, we've been putting in a lot of work and just a lot of time behind the scenes of watching footage or just training, trying to make sure that we're bettering each other every day, and just that we want to see each other succeed. We want to win, and we're gonna try and do that in the most professional, most sportsmanlike way we can. Really.
Yes, and also joining us here, Lit Knight, you joined us, man. Just in time. I
Yeah.
mean, we were just about to kind of close out this interview, but I mean, might as well give you some time. Is there anything that you want to say? Any shoutouts? Any kind of things that you want to say here? Because again, this interview was about to end, but I gotta give you some time to talk as well, since you just joined.
Yeah, no, man, I heard you doing the shout outs and I
That's-
couldn't just
that's-
I couldn't
that's why you
passively
joined.
sit by. I mean, I know that we've already given credit, to Merck. We've given credit to the people that, fielded tonight, but to be honest with you, it would not be a good service if we didn't like shout out specifically Fat Dab Slayer, the people you all did not see tonight on the field, that honestly add, such a variation to what play styles we're able to apply depending upon the opponent that we're going up against. You all didn't get to see these people, but I'm telling you, like, these are critical, crucial, and key players of the team. Merck has really stepped up coaching. We've seen a lot of scrimmages coming out in threes. We're not really seeing that crossover yet in twos because we're still ironing out a few things. But I'm sure, I'm positive we're going to be seeing a difference in between twos and threes here very very soon. And yeah, man, shout outs to the whole team. You know.
Congratulations here, Lit Knight, Asti, and Blunt King on that 3-1 win over Dragons. Again, you keep your record undefeated here this week. Again, congratulations for that. Have an amazing rest of your week. Hopefully, I'll see you guys again very soon.
Yes, sir. You
All
too.
right, thanks,
Yeah,
Sporty, for
alright, have a good
casting.
one.
GG's,
Of
homie.
course, my pleasure. Again, that was Lit Knight, Asti, Blunt King of Milky Militia here, that 3-1 win over New Age Dragons. Again, congratulations to them for that win, as that will be it here for tonight. Not much else I can really say about it, but except just again, tonight it has been, and I want to thank you all in chat as well for joining along for the ride. It's been a fantastic time, another great couple of matches tonight. I promise you, we're gonna have a ton more for the rest of this night. Again, there's gonna be so many great matches. I can't wait to see what we're gonna see here, because so much more to come. Just from all these different leagues, all these different matches, you're gonna see some great stuff on the stream. Now again, we'll do maybe a raid to end things out here and to end this night again. And a great night of action. Thank you all so much for joining, for tagging along, and thank you so much for the teams who also were able to show up tonight and to play their matches. But that's it for me, Sporty FC here on the Sporty FC stream. We'll see you all again very soon tomorrow. But for now, have a great night. Thank you so much, and thank you, Asti, for the follow. It means so much to me, for you all to join. Hope we'll see you all very soon again. Bye.